Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Or is it hello, hello, hello? I don't know. Today we're going to talk about your Filipina and your lady, your fiance here in the Philippines, girlfriend or wife. And we're going to talk about that today. So stay tuned. What we're going to talk about today is does your lady Filipina girlfriend or actually it's not just Filipina, it's really all men and women throughout the world. They stay on their gadgets, they stay on their phone a lot. I know that guys are asking me, did your wife stay on the phone a lot when you guys got together? And I said, well, this morning, quite a few, I get different variances of emails, and I always do the ones that I seem to get the most of at a particular time. Some of these are a month to 2 months old, but when I get like 10 or 15 emails on this one subject, I'll do a video on it, and this one is the top of the list. And I had two yesterday ask me, so does your Filipina stay on the phone a lot? Does she stay on the gadgets a lot? And yes, they do. Here's my philosophy, my reason I'm saying this is I have an idea why they do that is because they're used to it. They've been doing it all along. They've been doing it from day one. They wake up in the morning, they grab their phone, they go to bed at night holding their phone. A lot of cases. Now Ruth doesn't do it anymore. She did when we first got here because that's all she knew. She didn't really know me. She knew me, but she didn't know my attitude, my personality. She doesn't understand my personality, and that really makes a difference. Also, the little things. It's always the little things, and they add up. And what I mean by that is maybe I chew loud when I chew, eat my food. Maybe I hum, or maybe I whistle and she don't like it. Maybe I chew gum and I pop the gum, or I'm walking with instead of walking with my feet up and hold my feet, I walk with my feet dragging the ground. Everybody has their pet peeves, and you ask them and they'll tell you originally, but then you get, oh, I forgot to tell you, that does bother me, or this bothers me, and you have to ask your lady that too. And she has to ask you, hey, do I do things that bother you? And a lot of times what happens, it's something that they're used to at the moment, and they just get used to having that phone and gadgets talking to the ladies. Now, a lot of this happens, and you don't really realize this, a lot of chismis, chit-chat. I call it chit-chat, gossip. Hey, did you hear Sally Joe, her husband left her, she's pregnant, she's 20. Did you hear this? So there's a lot of that intertwined into their lives here because that's all they know. Remember, there is a sense of boredom here. You're going to find that there's a sense of boredom. And here's something that you can really tell, and it's unique about the country, is if your Filipina is in U.S., for an example, if I wanted to go somewhere, I just pick up and go somewhere. Well, here, they do the same. They pick up and go, but there's this, well, we can do that tomorrow. Well, we don't need to do that today. There's this, sometimes we'll put things off. And it's the reason why they do that is because the atmosphere here, there's no need to rush and do things. And where I grew up and where I was raised, you had to go get it done now. You couldn't wait 5 minutes. You had to go do it now. And here, it's a lot different. Well, I don't want to go stand in line for an hour and a half. I'll wait and go 8 hours, 7 hours and 50 minutes later. And I get it as getting ready to close it down, and I'll get it done. So there is that. And the chismis, the chit-chat that they do, is between their friends and non-friends and their so-called friends and their acquaintances. We all know. We all have that ability. It's like me talking to emails back and forth to some of the guys. And it's that communication that they had before we came. And some will get jealous that communication is cut. Some will get angry that she cut that communication with me being in the house. And And the ladies that she was talking about, well, you don't talk to me anymore. Now you get an American husband and you don't talk to me. Or no, 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 no. And so that happens a lot, and you don't really realize how that influences your relationship. It's those little things that add up. People don't realize the small things do matter. So you have to really have that communication aspect to talk to her and say, hey, am I doing something wrong today? Even now, we've been together for 5.5 years. I have to ask her, and she asks me. I said, there's something that I'm doing wrong. And, and I appreciate her, and I tell her I appreciate her every day, and I love her every day. And she does me too. She says, I appreciate for you taking care of me and I thank you. But see, Ruth has now other things that she's flowers, and now she's got turkey. She has many things that she does, cakes, that she keeps her mind occupied and busy. Before, she didn't have that availability. She didn't have the jump start that she needed. Well, what do I do? How do I do that? And Brett, she has it in her soul to do that, but we all sometimes don't really know how to get started. And so with me, it's easy for me to do something from nothing because that's what I've done in my life. She had a hard time getting a jump start in it. So I sent her to school, cake school, baking school, chef school. She went to school many weeks, many Saturdays and Sundays for many weeks, and I paid for that so she can be with an actual person, a chef, a cook, to understand the different flavors and how you mingle those cakes together and how you do this and that. There's special secrets in making things that she does in the icings and understand the icings. And there was quite a few people in that room doing that. And at the end of the course, it would dwindle down to zero because you pay per day for the course. So for an example, if a course was 500 peso, you pay per that day. And so a lot of people would not have the money, so they couldn't do it at that time. But they eventually finished the course, and at the end of the course, you get a degree. Or get a piece of paper says that you finished that particular course. Now, where can you take that course? Well, guess what? You can take that down to barangay and down to the municipality and start a business. Here's something that people don't realize too. There is a lot of this idea that Filipina, that is they're lazy. They're far from being lazy. They are very active. You just sometimes have to ask them, what do you like to do, and get them involved in it. And man, look out. Now Ruth and her sisters are the same way. They get started. One has an idea about something about 8 months ago, and she took off like a rocket. And I helped them get the ideas to get, how do you do it? Well, what do I need to do first? What do I do second? What do I need to do third? And then, a month and 2 months, 3 months of helping along, and all of a sudden running. So it's the same as it is in USA. But yes, they are on the phones, and yes, you'll have them chit chat, and yes, you'll have them talk, and yes, you'll have them gossip, and yes, they're on the phone, and it's because they're either bored, they have nothing to do, or it's just what they've always done all their life. A lot of times you don't realize your Filipina can be bored because you know what? The brother, cousin, sister, aunt, and uncle, father, mother, grandma, grandpa all have phones. And you go in a room and everybody is on their phones here. There is not a time where you don't go in a room and you have one that's 2-year-old on the phone, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, and you have all of them engaged on the phone, and you can have a phone free-for-all there. If you counted all the phones and gathered them together, you'd have 15, 20, 30, 40 phones in my family. And so you don't realize sometimes you don't see the other side of the fence because you're trapped in you don't see the forest because of the trees. And so that's what happens here. And the guys are asking, yes, it happens. And yes, Ruth did do that, but not in a bad thing. I mean, I'd say, honey, let's go to town. Let's go get some coffee or this, that. She put her phone down or put it in her purse, and then it never came back out. Because I'm a pretty active guy, believe it or not. People would say that I'm too active a lot of times because, like I had the van, I have videos that I've not even shown that where we're gone in the van, that I'm just afraid because you guys are getting tired of the video, so it's going somewhere. So I had to come. I said, I don't think I put that one on. I mean, we've been there, we've been here. I went to 2 new places, but it's getting ready to rain. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but I want to thank everybody for always watching my videos, and thank you so much for always, always, always being a loyal subscriber to us. God bless, and see you guys next time.